And he's got 4 of those. Stringer Geist is pretty good, and he's got 4 of those. I mean, that guy will, blocks pretty effectively.
Just trades, yeah.
He has to worry about Sam Davis getting too many digraph captains in play.
Right.
He doesn't have a whole lot of ways to deal with that.
Yeah, he has no mass removal. Now, Sam Davis does have 3 Sword of Feast and Famine, which is a lot for the main deck.
It is a whole lot. So
they'll be pretty good, though.
They will be very good, though. Luckily, Taylor does have a few white cards that will help out there.
Yeah.
The Fiend Hunter, and then he has the obviously the Elish Norn and something else I saw. Geist Hunter Monk, actually,
Yeah, that
brings some blockers out.
That's pretty good against that.
Very interesting.
Now, Taylor Webb also in his mana base has 3 Gavany Township, and this is awesome in his deck because he has so many creatures here. All of the spells but 6 in his deck are creatures. And Mortar Pod makes creatures, and Bursting Pod fetches creatures.
And I love the one of Hellrider.
Yeah, that card is good.
That card is great.
That's going to be a card we're going to see more and more of as time goes on because it's just it's so awesome.
So they shuffle up.
And there could be a good blue-red deck too with Phantasmal Image, Phyrexian Metamorph, Hellrider.
I like it.
Yeah.
Sam Davis rolling something seems like something pretty high. Can't tell what Taylor rolled, but
not as high, I don't think.
Nah, it didn't look like it was as high.
So the blue-black zombie deck will be on the play, it looks like. And he'll hope to open on a Ghoul or a Gravecrawler. It's the zombie deck's ideal start.
You can see a swamp and a Dark Slick Shores, and he keeps his hand. Can't see what Taylor has. He's holding it a little far back. He's on to us.
Close to the vest.
But he's keeping it.
So Dark Slip Gravecrawler for Sam Davis.
Pretty common play in this matchup.
Yeah. Taylor Webb untaps. He has a 1-drop also. And it's a bird.
I like that for Taylor.
Yeah.
Now, if Sam has a Tragic Slip, do you just Tragic Slip here, right?
I think so. I think
especially if you have a second creature.
Yeah. Razor Verge Thick into Birds of Paradise is really scary, and looks like Gravecrawler number 2
does not have a Tragic Slip.
As far as Sam Davis knows, this can be green-white creatures. This can be Freets.
Right. I guess you don't know.
In which Tragic Slipping is very, very good.
And he comes out with a Blade Splicer. Yeah, see that card right here?
It's awesome.
It is awesome in this matchup.
Yeah. And those 4 go for the throats in Sam Davis's deck will not kill that golem token.
No, they will not. And Sam has a Sword of Feast and Famine, but it is not as good here. Now he did draw a Diagram Captain, which will let the token gets the block.
Yep. So that'll first strike down a Gravecrawler.
But he still will lose 1 life from the Diagram Captain.
Yeah, and take 3 from the Gravecrawler, putting him at 14. Just want to take a quick minute to point out Taylor Webb's awesome 5th edition Forest. Going old school.
5th or 6th edition?
5th. Yeah.
Wow. Do not see people running those very often.
No.
Maybe that's the new hotness.
5th edition pimp.
No, there was a period in Vintage where it was all about whiteboarded revised. Like foreign. All right, so very hard to find. So Taylor plays another land, and this Diagram Captain is posing a little bit of a problem for him.
Yeah, it is really good against this creature deck.
Even if he plays another creature out, Sam just gets to keep throwing his Gravecrawlers at it all day long.
Yeah, Taylor Webb will have to find a way to kill his opponent eventually. And
4 mana for a Huntmaster.
Yeah. So hits Sam Davis down to 17, plays Huntmaster of the Fells, going up to 16.
And I have a feeling a Gravecrawler will be coming back from the bin this turn.
Probably.
He has 2 Feast and Famines in his hand now.
Wow.
Man.
He has to figure if he can ever catch Taylor Webb tapped out with that, that'll be very,
It's very odd that at this time in the match, Feast and Famine is not very good.
No. It just costs a lot of mana to use, and then it just gets blocked. So
like usually this is a card that you really want to see in this matchup, but with that Blade Splicer, it loses so much of its value.
Taylor Webb can put on a lot of pressure pretty fast. So Gravecrawler comes back from the bin, and other Gravecrawler attacks.
Taylor can either block or not. It's he probably just takes it. I mean, he can block here, but it doesn't, it's just going to come right back out.
Yeah, it doesn't accomplish much, but Taylor realizes he has to keep his life total high because a lot of the cards in the zombie deck can just nickel and dime him out. Like
Right, but
Mortar Pod
because
Gravecrawler.
the Gravecrawler can't block, I think he's just going to keep swinging in with those guys.
Right. And a third Gravecrawler.
This not blocking thing is looking to be a little awkward for Sam Davis.
Yeah. Taylor Webb, if he can find a way to remove that Diregraph Captain, this game will look very,
Well, maybe
very
he just
good for
doesn't
him.
cast a spell this turn. Maybe he just attacks with...
yeah, that seems fine.
You can just attack with everything but the Blades Placer. You know, if he trades with your Huntmaster, okay.
Yep.
Or you can just attack with just the Wolf and the token. He's not going to block. You got to flip your guy, kill his Diregraph Captain.
Yeah, I think we'll see Taylor attack only with... I think we'll see him only attack with a Wolf right here.
Yeah, I like that play. Then the Golem gets to sit back. You know, you're still going to take some damage.
No,
he's looking at everything.
He has a Birthing Pod and a Strangleroot Geist in hand.
I don't like everything.
No, I feel like now Sam Davis just block. Yeah. Now you lose your Huntmaster.
I really wanted to flip that Huntmaster.
This way Sam Davis does get in 5, or rather Taylor Webb does get in 5 damage.
That's true.
And the dangerous Captain's removed from the board.
And now he can cast Strangleroot Geist, I guess. He can cast Birthing Pod too, but I don't know if that's the card you really want right now.
Right. The 4-drop in his deck is definitely the weakest spot in his deck. He can get another Huntmaster,
which is good.
Which is really good.
Which is really good.
I have to imagine 5 mana. Vorapede.
Okay.
Well, making a little more sense now.
That is going to be hard for Sam Davis to deal with.
Yeah. You can go for the throat it, but it'll come back for more.
Especially with Vigilance. Sam can swing one of those zombies, you know. Taylor will block one.
Yep. I think that Sam Davis's hand right now is 2 swords and a Tragic Slip.
Here's how side events are going to work today, folks.
Trying to go for the throat.
Interestingly enough, he can just go for the throat, the Vorapede, and Tragic Slip it.
Yep.
And that would deal with that.
Once we have launched the two-headed dragon,
getting with some Gravecrawlers. Yep, and he does that.
That's really his only play.
For the Legacy Challenge.
And Vorapede takes a slip. Takes 2 good removal spells down with it, though. Now Sam Davis will attack for 6. Now, if I'm Taylor, I don't block here.
Yeah, you just take it, and then because you got to flip the Blade Splicer into a Huntmaster of the Fells.
Right.
With that Birthing Pod in his hand. And if he draws another land, he can do it without paying any life.
Taylor Webb at 7 life right now.
Yep, it takes down to 7. Some pausing here.
I think they're just trying to get everything on camera.
Okay.
Only missing the Bird of Paradise.
Much appreciated. Couldn't see what he drew there. And once again comes the hand counting. Never good for your opponent when you start counting by hand.
And there's the pod.
Yep.
Paying 2, going to 5. And now it'll get activated, paying 2 more.
Might have used the bird there.
Yeah, so Taylor Webb goes to 3, but will go back up to 5 when he finds his Huntmaster. Oh, Hellrider, is Sam Davis just dead on board?
3. Oh, because the bird.
That off-screen Bird of Paradise.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Perfect. So
Exactly.
Taylor Webb uses that one Hellrider we were talking about to steal game 1. Yeah, can't block. It isn't usually that relevant for zombies, but in this matchup it will really be relevant.
Wonder why I didn't use that bird. Turns out he was one step ahead of us.
Yeah. Shows us why he's playing and we're commentating, right?
It might have been easier if the bird was like, you know,
yeah, in
on
view.
table.
Yeah, just maybe.
That's just us making excuses.
Right. So let's look at these players' sideboards here. Taylor Webb, 3 Mental Misstep, 2 Hero of Bladehold, a Hero of Oxid Ridge, some Feast and Famines, Ancient Grudge, Ray of Revelation, Slime, Mortar Pod, Fiend Hunter, O-Ring, Metamorph. A lot of one-ofs.
A lot of one-ofs, and there's not really a whole lot for this matchup. Mental Misstep does not. I mean, I guess you can stop Tragic Slips now and then, but you know.
You don't want to counter a Grave.
Right. I mean, you might. I mean, you can think about bringing in because you're like, well, I got counter their Ghoul, But if you count on a grave crawler, it's just not gonna do what you want it to do.
Right.
Hero Bladehold probably isn't bad.
Yeah, that definitely seems reasonable here. Feast and Famine gives protection from Sam Davis's entire deck.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Ancient Grudge stops the swords, which he actually didn't see swords game 1.
No, he did not see swords game 1.
It's possible Taylor won't side that in, although I think we'll see it since it's only a 1-of.
Yeah.
We'll probably see another Fiend Hunter.
Yeah, I think you're going to see the other Fiend Hunter.
Probably
maybe
see another Oblivion Ring. Yeah.
You know, because Sam Davis has a lot of cards like the Diagraph Captain, and he has to know that it's Obliterators that are really problematic for Taylor Webb. Right. That's definitely for sure. And Sam Davis, again, we said he does not have any more Obliterators in his sideboard, which is unfortunate because this is a matchup where you really would want Obliterator.
Yeah, this is the perfect matchup for Obliterator.
Instead, he has Ratchet Bombs that won't come in, Metamorph, Blacks and Zenith, Sever the Bloodline. That's interesting. Ooh. I don't know if it's good here or not, though.
Yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't seem like he'll get multiples because Huntmaster produces wolf tokens.
Right.
Blade Splice produces golems. We might, though, just because it's a pretty efficient. Well, it's a 2-for-1. I won't say it's efficient.
Yeah.
11 mana.
I mean, he has Surgical, which might, you can stop some of the Undying, but it's probably just not good enough. No. Liliana. He just doesn't have a whole lot for this matchup.
No, he really doesn't.
I think just having 1 or 2 different cards in his deck in his sideboard would just being able to go up to 4 Obliterators right here. It's a weird card because everybody, you only play 2 in the main deck because there's so many decks it's not very good against. But man, the ones that it's good against, it is so good against.
Yeah, and
this is one of them.
Yeah, and exactly. I mean, people have to side in cards like Beast Within just to have an out to that card.
Right.
Which is crazy. So yeah, Sam Davis's deck will not change too much. Yeah, I can't really see him siding in many of these. Bloodgift Demon will probably come in.
Yeah, maybe. I guess it's fine. It's just a 5-drop that just draws a card. I don't know what matchup that's good in.
No, it's pretty low power level. Especially when the deck's only playing 23 land, you can't consistently get up to 5 mana when you want to.
Right.
So who do you think's advantaged here?
Game 2, I think that I still have to go with Taylor Webb. I think Taylor is a little bit ahead. I think that it's less ahead because Sam was in the play, but I really like his deck against this. I think he just has so many good cards to get.
Yeah, I definitely think Taylor has the edge here.
And this is
he gets to side in more cards too.
Yeah, just Sam not having much of a sideboard for this matchup is really going to show in games 2 and 3. He really needed to win that first game, I think.
Sam Davis has a little bit of a slower hand right now. Has 2 lands, but it does have everything he wants for the matchup. It has a Mortar Pod, it has a Captain, it has an Obliterator, it has a Sword. So we're going to see a little more controlling game from Sam Davis.
And Taylor also, turn 1, nothing else.
No 1-drop, yeah.
No 1-drop.
Sam Davis wishes he did because he has that Mortar Pod. So Germ Token attaches to Mortar Pod, and Sam says go.
And the Candy Table Judge brings over the Germ Token, which is very much appreciated.
Yep.
And Taylor Webb comes out with a Strangerroot Geist.
Yeah, we could see that Mortar Pod token take out the Geist, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you just let it hit you for 2.
Usually a pretty losing proposition, but no, it looks like he... Okay, sacks it to Taylor's face. I don't like that.
Yeah, see, I would hold back because of the Blade Splicer. He just has so many cards that have 1 toughness.
Right.
Birds.
That Mortar Pod Germ token will be able to chump block at any point.
Right.
No reason to do it right now. Rolf's Messenger comes down for Sam Davis, takes Taylor to 17.
Another card that Sam Davis really wants in this matchup.
Oh yeah, I think he wants
Rolf's Messenger in every matchup.
Every matchup, by far the best card in the deck.
Now this means Sam has an Obliterator in his hand, right?
He has 2.
2?
Yeah, he does not have a 4th land right now.
Right now. So Sam Davis waiting on drawing a land. Hopefully for him it's not a Dark Slick Shores.
Yeah. Although I'm sure he'd take that.
I'm sure he'd take that, next turn.
Strangler
And
Geist,
more Geists.
Avacyn's Pilgrim. Sam Davis takes 4, goes to 16, and will slam a swamp into play if he draws it.
I bet
Is
you
that
he
it?
kind of wishes that he had that Mortar Pod token out.
Just maybe. So it looks like Sam does not draw the land he needs.
No, he does have a sword, it looks like, in his hand.
He definitely still has plays. He has a captain and a sword and a mortar pod equipped, so he has a lot of options right here.
So what do? You play the sword and you attack, then play the sword, or do you...
I definitely don't attack at all.
You don't attack
this
at all?
turn. No way. I think Sam Davis wants to extend this game as long as possible for his obliterators to just take over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not sure what the play is here. That's pretty tough.
You can equip and then basically block both the Strangler Geists.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
I think maybe you just play the sword out and you plan on hitting him next turn.
Sam Davis just say go?
He must have something in his hand that we do not see.
Yeah. I'm not sure, because even equipping the mortar pod is better than just saying go.
So he must have a go for the throw. That's the only thing I can think of that would cause him not to equip. Because obviously if it's a tragic slip, then the mortar pod is really important to equip.
Right. Could be a dismember. He could have sided in dismember, I guess, but
yeah,
that doesn't seem very good.
Taylor Webb, who's now up to 4 mana, pondering his options. And that's 4 mana. Is that going to be a Huntmaster?
Huntmaster.
It is a Huntmaster.
So he'll get a wolf. And interesting that he do that pre-combat. He is maybe just not attacking this turn. Huh, I wonder why he'd do that pre-combat.
I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't want his Avacyn's Pilgrim to get killed, but...
I mean, I can understand that. Like, you don't want to... if Sam Davis randomly decides to kill it in combat,
yeah,
there's very little advantage, I guess, to playing it pre-combat.
Right. I've definitely had that happen before. I quickly enter my attack phase with a mana creature, and then they kill my mana creature mid-combat.
Yeah, and you're like, why?
And I'm like, why didn't you just kill it on your turn if you're gonna do it?
Or my upkeep. Or,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just feel like doing your combat stuff.
So Charles Messenger blocks Geist. They'll both get counters, but Taylor Webb will take 2. He falls to 17. Sam Davis falls to 14.
So is Sam gonna go for the throat, the Huntmaster, and he does.
Looks like that's a go for the throat. Huntmaster in the yard. Now Sam Davis again just needs a swamp.
Yeah, the Obliterator is still, good enough to take over this game if it can come down.
Has to happen soon.
And it looks like it was another sword.
Sword, yeah.
You just choked with swords.
Yeah, again, these zombie decks, they just have so much to do with their mana, yet they play so few lands.
And a Diagraph Captain.
Okay, so that's not bad.
And that 4/3 messenger is, with Undying on it, it's going to do some work. Well, I guess it's bigger than that, actually.
5/4?
5/4, yeah. Can block whatever. Probably the 2/1, just so it doesn't die if the captain dies.
Right. Now, the Naya Pod deck is sort of an unusual one. I wouldn't blame Sam Davis for not knowing a standard list for this deck because they're so variable.
Right.
And again, that's an advantage of going rogue, just like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's not a deck that, it's easy to know what they're doing. And there's so many options, and there's not a standard deck list you can just go to and go, well, he's playing so-and-so's.
Right, this is what I have to play around, this is what I don't have to play around. No, because you can play one of almost any utility creature without much downside.
I'm sure he was not playing around Hellrider Game 1.
Right, exactly.
You know, not that he was in a position to, but...
Mm-hmm. I don't even think it was on his radar. But Taylor clearly knew that that's how he was going to win the game.
Yeah. He got there with his Xaxes.
Yep.
And we're getting some mana tapped for
Fiend
Hunter.
On the captain. So that goes under the Fiend Hunter. Now Sam Davis left with a 4/3 messenger only. And I think he has to block this wolf token here.
Yeah, I think the wolf token is the correct block.
He'll take 5, but...
You need to get down to as few... Taylor down to as few permanents as possible, so that if he does draw the swamp, that obliterator is the most devastating it can be.
Right.
You know, you don't want to be in a position where he can just attack through the obliterator and kill you.
Mm-hmm. Even though you have an obliterator trigger on the stack, it doesn't matter if you're dead.
That is correct. And apparently it blocked the Stringer Root Geist.
Huh. So they
trade.
That's really strange.
And he leads off with, Taylor comes out with another bird.
Yep. As another creature to the board, this
Sam
is...
Davis really on his back foot now. He needs this swamp right here.
Yep. And, you know, if he doesn't get it, it's just going to be a common theme with these zombie decks. Just die with a ton of cards in hand.
And he has not slammed it, so it does not look good.
No, I think that was a tragic slip.
Mm.
So Sam Davis's hand right now, 2 Sword of Feast and Famine, 2 Phyrexian Obliterator, and the tragic slip.
Now, it does mean he gets to kill the Fiend Hunter and get the captain back and then block. Or because I thought, no, maybe it's...
No, I don't think he's going to be able to enable Morbid.
I thought he had something else in his hand. Maybe not. I think he had Dismember, but some of these plays any of his... I thought I saw a Dismember too, but I might be wrong.
Oh, that could have been it.
I guess we'll find out in a second.
Yep, Sam Davis on 10. No creatures in play right now. Yeah, and unless Sam Davis can kill one of Taylor Webb's creatures, I think that that even Obliterator won't be enough. Yeah, he takes 5. Goes to 5.
Yep, not looking good.
Blade Splicer.
Blade Splicer, yeah.
Even worse.
Even Obliterator right here, it just doesn't...
Right.
It's not enough.
Nope, Taylor Webb still representing lethal, and yeah, Mortar Pod just makes it even worse. Just threatening to machine gun Sam Davis down. How good would a Black Sun Zenith be right now?
That would be good. Doesn't he have, he does have 1 in his sideboard. So if he brought it in, he can do it for 2. Which would require him drawing a land, I guess, so... Probably not going to happen. He's thinking, and it does not look like the thought of somebody who drew the card to win the game.
That's a man who realizes he's dead, just wants to make sure. Yeah, Mortar Pod won't do it. Sam Davis will be able to prevent a few damage, but not enough.
If he had drawn that last turn, he could have blocked, sacked, tragic slipped.
Yep.
Could have done a lot with it, but as of right now, it will just not be enough.
Yeah, so it looks like Taylor Webb here trying to move to 4-0, on the verge of it.
With his interesting and new Maniapod deck. And in comes a team.
And even if Sam Davis can stay alive at 1 life this combat, he's still
going to lose to Mortar Pod
Still
next
going to
turn.
lose to Mortar Pod, yeah. Talk about a card that took a while to catch on. Mortar Pod.
Yeah. You know, you saw some of the Cowboy decks started playing 1-of pretty early on just to sort of beat other birds, but...
Right.
Or kill Spark Mages too when that was the hot thing.
And there's the hand.
Yep.
Sam Davis scoops him up. Taylor Webb moves to 4-0. Congratulations to Taylor. Still 6 rounds left, though. A lot of things can go wrong for him.
There is a lot of magic between now and the top 8.
Yeah. 10-round standard tournament. I don't think I've ever played in a 10-round standard tournament.
It's been a long time since I played in a 10-round standard tournament, and it was
probably regionals.
It was a regionals one year. It was miserable.